Hallo, liebe Leute. Let's talk about dative case and Wechselpräpositionen. Okay, so we've talked about accusative case before. We had accusative case with direct objects. Most of the time we've been functioning in nominative case for subjects, the plain old der die das. We learned that in accusative case that der changes to a dane, yeah? But that's all we really had to worry about. Now we've got dative case. In dative case, all of the articles are going to change, okay? Let's look at an example. So, die Haltestelle ist vor dem Supermarkt, yeah? And so you, on your Quizlet, when you did your vocab, you learned der Supermarkt, and you're like, what the heck? Why is it dem Supermarkt? Where did the dame come from? Also, zwischen der Bäckerei. On your vocab list, you learned die Bäckerei. So why is it der Bäckerei here? You learned das Kino, and now you've got Dame Kino. Like, where did these come from? Well, these are all dative case, and we're going to use dative case because they're after a Wechselpräposition, yeah, a two-way preposition. So, here's the rule. You're going to use dative case after a two-way preposition when it answers the question wo. So, like, where is the bus stop? It's in front of the supermarket, between the bakery and the movie theater. Yeah, that's its location. Wo, where is it? When these prepositional phrases answer the question wo, you have to use dative case. Okay? So, before we look at the dative chart, we also need to talk about Wechselpräpositionen. There are other instances where you're going to use dative case, but for right now, in this chapter, it's only going to be after two-way prepositions, okay? And don't worry, two-way means sometimes they're accusative, sometimes they're dative, but in this chapter they're only dative, so that's all you have to worry about. Whenever you see these prepositions, they're going to be followed by the dative in this chapter because they've set you up for all of these phrases to be answering the question wo. Okay, location. All right, so here are your two-way prepositions, yeah, your Wechselpräpositionen. Also an means on, vertically. On is this way, okay? Like the poster is hanging on the wall. As opposed to auf, which is this way, on top of, yeah? Auf, like something can sit auf dem Tisch, on the table. But posters hang an der Wand, okay? So an, auf, hinter, behind, in, inside, yeah? Neben, next to, über, over, unter, under, vor, in front of, and zwischen, between, yeah? Also, those are the Wechselpräpositionen. Now, if you're thinking, oh, those weird little movements, there's a song. Yeah. You're going to learn 3 different groups of prepositions, and so it helps to have a song. Yeah. Also, so this is the one that for Wechselpräpositionen. I recommend you sing it along with me. You can do it. Also, it will make it cement into your brain so that you'll remember that these prepositions go together. So here we go. An. Start with an. All right, here we go. An, auf, hinter, in, neben, über, unter, vor, zwischen. An, auf, hinter, in, neben, über, unter, vor, zwischen. An, auf, hinter, in, neben, über, unter, vor, zwischen. An, auf, hinter, in, neben, über, unter, vor, zwischen. Do y'all know that tune? Yeah, also, it's Ode to Joy, yeah, or auf Deutsch, An die Freude, yeah, Ode to Joy from Beethoven. It's also the national anthem, not really national anthem. It's the song of the European Union. Yeah. Also, I'm just going to do it that one time for you because you can go back and watch it as much as you want. But I recommend that you learn the little song. It will make it much easier. Do it with the hand motions too. Yeah. An, auf, hinter, in, neben, über, unter, vor, zwischen. Okay? Saying the words, singing the song, doing the hand motions will help you remember. Okay? All right, so those are our Wechselpräpositionen. Let's go on and talk more about dative case. Let me put me over here. Okay, so far, these are the words that we've learned for the, yeah, der, die, das, and die. We learned them in the nominative case for subjects. This is also what you find in the dictionary or on your vocabulary list, is the nominative, okay? We also learned that when a masculine word is the direct object, the der changes to a den. Nothing else changes, yeah? So we didn't even bother with a chart because der was the only one that changed, right? Now we have to have a chart because we have accusative case. Dative case. And in dative case, yeah, everything is going to be different. So, masculine dative, der changes to dame. Feminine, die changes to der. Neuter, das changes to dame. And plural, die changes to dane, and you put an N on the end of the noun. Okay? So all these words mean the. And I would love to tell you that that's all of them, but there's one more case. We won't do it until level 3, so don't worry about it. These are all the cases for level 1 and 2, nominative, accusative, and dative. All right, so these are all the words for the. What if instead of saying the, I want to say a or an? I want to say a or an. There we go. Okay. Here are the words for a or an. So masculine, ein, feminine, eine, neuter, ein. And there is no plural because you can't say like a shoes, yeah? So, but I'm going to put keine in there to hold the place because kein is going to follow the same chart and all the possessive pronouns follow this chart too. Okay? So far this is what we've done, yeah? Ein, eine, ein. And then we learned that if you have a masculine noun and it's the direct object, the ein will change to einen. Yeah, like ich habe einen Bruder. Yeah. Also, now we have dative. Okay, so ein masculine becomes einem. Feminine, eine becomes einer. Neuter, ein becomes einem. Yeah, and then in the plural, yeah, for all the possessives and for the kind, yeah, keine becomes keinen plus an N on the end. And if you guys go back and look at the other chart, yeah, you'll see that the endings are the same. They're the same as the der words, yeah. Instead of dame, der, dame, dane, it's einem, einer, einem, einen. These are the endings that indicate dative case. You definitely want these charts in your notes, okay? So make sure that you put the der word chart in your notes and the ein word chart in your notes. And note too, my little note here at the bottom, all the possessive pronouns and the word kein all follow this same chart. They're all going to have the same endings. All right, let's look at some examples. Yeah, so here's some examples of the. I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger. Can I move this down? There we go. Okay, I was off the screen just a little bit. Sorry about that. All right. So let's look at some examples. Yeah, nominative. We've been doing nominative already. Der Hund ist blau. Die Katze ist blau. Das Buch ist blau. Die Schuhe sind blau. All right. This is not new stuff. We've done this before. All right. Also, accusative we've also done before. So because the dog is masculine when he's the direct object, like I'm the one doing the seeing, the dog is the thing I'm seeing, that makes him the direct object. So der changes to den. Everything else stays the same. So ich sehe den Hund, and then ich sehe die Katze, ich sehe das Buch, ich sehe die Schuhe. Nothing strange there. All right. Dative case. Dative case for right now in this chapter is going to be after these prepositions. Okay, there are other instances of dative case, but we're not going to worry about them right now. For right now, it's just after these prepositions. So we're going to sit on everything because auf is a dative preposition. And because I'm telling you our location, what we're sitting on, like, where am I? I am sitting on the dog. Yeah, that's my location, so dative case. So ich sitze auf dem Hund. Der Hund changes to dem Hund. Feminine, ich sitze auf der Katze. Yeah, die Katze changes to der Katze because it's dative. Das Buch, ich sitze auf dem Buch. Yeah, I'm sitting on the book. Also, das changes to dem. And then the shoes. Ich sitze auf den Schuhen. Yeah, auf den Schuhen. I stick an N on the end of my pronoun. On the end of my noun. Okay? Also, so, first question that you're probably thinking of. You're probably thinking, oh my gosh, I will never be able to do this. German is killing me. Do not worry, okay? Sometimes, this is a mistake that would make people not understand you. It happens sometimes. Most of the time it's not. If you say, ich sitze auf die Katze, people will understand you. Yeah? These are not make or break mistakes. You want to try to learn it. You want to try to get it right. Yeah, but in most instances, this particular way of doing it, people will still understand you if you get it wrong. If you say ich sitze auf den Hund or ich sitze auf der Hund, people will understand you, okay? These are not deal breakers. Still, let's try to learn them and do them right. All right, let's look at another example. So what if instead of the, why am I not going, because I'm on the wrong mouse. What if instead of the, I want to say a? Yeah. So now instead of a, I went with a possessive here. Okay, mine. Because the possessives follow the Einword chart. So I could say mein Hund ist blau, meine Katze ist blau, mein Buch ist blau, meine Schuhe sind blau. See, all the same endings. Okay, the only one that changes in the accusative case is the der word. Everything else is going to be the same. So mein Hund ist blau, nominative, ich sehe meinen Hund. Yeah, meinen Hund, because now he's the direct object. And then the rest of them are the same. Ich sehe meine Katze, ich sehe mein Buch, ich sehe meine Schuhe. Yeah, only the masculine one changes. But in dative, everything changes. So now we're sitting on everything again. Ich sitze auf meinem Hund. Just like it was auf dem Hund, now it's auf meinem Hund. Ich sitze auf meiner Katze. Ich sitze auf meinem Buch. Ich sitze auf meinen Schuhen. Yeah, also the en ending and then the n on the end of the noun. Okay? Now guys, it only took me about 20 years and getting my master's degree to remember to put that n on the end of the nouns. Yeah? Maybe in a couple of years of teaching too. And occasionally I still forget. Occasionally I still screw this up. Yeah. Again, this is not a deal breaker. You can speak German. You can write in German and mess this up and people will understand you. So don't throw your hands up and go, well, that's it. I can't do Deutsch. Yeah. You want to try to learn it. You want to try to get the grammar right. Okay. But if you screw it up, it's not the end of the world. We'll have a chapter test, and on the chapter test, I'm going to ask you to do this correctly with your notes. Yeah. But when we take the final exam and such, there will not be specific questions that ask you to do this. When you write, it's nice if you can do it, yeah. But if you mess it up, you can still get a good grade, okay? So don't get discouraged with this. I think that was the last slide I made. Yeah. All right, so that's my pep talk for today. Cases will continue to be troublesome for you all the way through Deutsch. I still have AP students who struggle with cases. It's okay. We'll keep practicing, and you'll get better and better at it. All right? Okay, if you have specific questions, if you want to have me explain it to you in a different way, just ask. Yeah, I can talk about this for a long, long, long time. So this is your first introduction to dative case. Hope it kind of hit a little bit and you sort of get it. If not, ask me questions, okay? We will come back to this again and again and again. Tschüss.